The fall equinox is a great time to take your soil test. End of September. That gives you enough time to get your report back and to get around to figuring out what you need and then getting your hands on whatever it is you need to get it put down before it's too late. So on an annual basis, I like to just stick that fall equinox in the back of your head. End of September, take your soil test and get the process going. So yeah, I think in reality, getting your minerals put down at any time of the year is better than not getting them put down at all. Really, if you've got cover crops established, I think if we talk about minerals, and somebody asked me during the break, I can't remember what it was, what else I should be doing. I would say get your minerals down and get your soil covered. So if you've got bare soil, that's usually not what I like to go into the winter with. I'd love to go into the winter with a nice mix of cover crops, like we talked about in the beginning, 2 or 3 different species at least established. If you don't have cover crops, you're not a bad person. Get your hands on some hay or some seaweed or some straw or some leaves and see if you can get a nice 3, 4, 5 inch deep cover, as deep as you can on that soil. Anybody ever been in the garden in the springtime? Look at the spot where there was a pile of leaves and the spot where the soil was bare? And you can just see this side is totally soft and loose and this side is hard. If you've done it, you don't take my word for it for any of this stuff. Try it yourself this winter. Get a big pile of leaves right here in the garden. Make sure that part's bare. Just come back in April and feel the soil. It's categorical. Yeah.
Just on cover crops quickly. If you're cover cropping rye and it overwinters, how do you effectively kill it without
Very
tillage?
good. Without tillage. So rye is one of the more popular historical cover crops around here. Rye has it's a winter rye. It's got a wonderful deep root system. It's a really just if you plant it, you can plant it in November. It germinates and it'll keep growing. Whenever it gets cold, it'll stop growing and it'll pick back up in April or March, whenever the snow melts, and keep growing again. I like to suggest that people do their winter killing cover crops like oats and field peas and things like that in areas where they're planning on doing their spring plantings, like lettuce and onions and peas and spinach and maybe your spring brassicas, your spring broccoli and beets and carrots. Things that are going to be going in April probably. You'd want to have your winter killing cover crops planted there. Things that are going to be going in May, like your tomatoes, peppers, and eggplants, squashes, cucumbers. I would do those. I would plant the rye in areas where you're planning on having those next year. Rye has this really interesting habit that is, I think it's typical to most annual grasses. There's this period called the milk stage, which is after the flower has been pollinated before the seed is viable. If you squish the head before the seed are full, it's like this milky juice comes out of it. At that point, the plant, because the flowers have been pollinated, it decides, I will never grow another leaf. And so all you have to do is kink the stem, bend the stem, or cut it, weed whack it, mow it, and it'll die. And you can have a nice stubble there. You can lay it over, you can knock it over, and then you can plant right into that